Hey, how you doing? Okay, now imagine this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, sipping coffee, and you turn on the news. Boom! Breaking news. Alberta has voted to leave Canada. That's right, Alberta goes full Texas. Wild, right? But could it actually survive on its own? What would that look like for the people living there? More money, more freedom, or total chaos? Today, we're diving deep into one of the biggest what-ifs in Canadian politics. So let's break it down. First, Alberta's got oil, lots of it. It's got cattle, farmland, tech innovation hubs, and a fierce sense of independence. Over the years, frustrations with federal policies, especially around pipelines, carbon taxes, and equalization payments, have stirred up talk of Alberta going solo. Not just internet chatter, we're talking full-on separatist movements. But before we go full Alberta nation, let's ask, how does a province even separate from a country like Canada? First, this wouldn't be a walk in Banff Park. Alberta would have to hold a clear referendum with a clear majority, just like Quebec tried in 1995. If that passes, well, things get legal and political real quick. The Canadian Constitution doesn't exactly have a divorce clause, so the feds in Alberta would enter years, maybe decades of negotiation. They'd have to settle national debt, figure out borders, currency, trade deals, passports, healthcare transfers, everything. And yes, Alberta would need its own constitution, central bank, maybe even a military. It's like building a new country from scratch. Okay, so why even consider it? What's in it for Albertans? Money. Alberta sends more to Ottawa than it gets back. Some say staying in Confederation is like paying rent in a house you own. Independence could mean keeping billions in provincial revenues. Policy control. Alberta could make its own decisions on immigration, energy, and environmental regulation. No more federal carbon tax battles. Cultural identity. Like Quebec, some Albertans feel their voice gets drowned out in Ottawa. A new nation could foster a stronger regional pride. Economic agility. Alberta could potentially sign direct trade deals with the United States or even become a tax haven to attract investment. But now let's hit the brakes. Because this road, it's got potholes. Trade and access. Alberta is landlocked. It relies on federal infrastructure to ship oil and goods through British Columbia or Saskatchewan. Without trade deals, it could be boxed in. Economic instability. Oil prices are volatile. Without federal stabilization, a bad year could tank the economy. And Alberta's not exactly diversified yet. Currency confusion. Would Alberta use the Canadian dollar, create an Alberta buck? Either way, it affects savings, mortgages, and international confidence. Loss of federal support. No more Canadian health transfers, pension plans like CPP, or disaster assistance. That's a massive shift for families, seniors, and vulnerable populations. International recognition. Would the world take new Alberta seriously? Would countries recognize it? Could it join the UN or trade blocs? Let's say Alberta does pull it off. What's life like for the average Joe in Edmonton or a rancher in Medicine Hat? Maybe your taxes go down, but so might your benefits. You might drive on roads built by Alberta contractors, but without federal repair funding. You could feel prouder and more independent, or isolated and uncertain. It could be the Wild West all over again. Exciting, but a little scary. So, could Alberta survive on its own? Technically, yes, but would it thrive? That's the billion-dollar question. What do you think? Would you vote yes or no in an Alberta separation referendum? Hit us up on socials at HeyHowYouDoinPod, and let's keep the convo going. Until next time, whether you're from Calgary or Corner Brook, take care of each other. Peace.